Welcome to BodyWork.
Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. And today I want to talk about Schuichiro Yoshino. Why, Mike? Because that's the young phenom who I call the definition, Shakur Stevenson. That's his next opponent. And why is that important? Because, man, Shakur been talking real heavy out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? He's been really talking it up, and I'm just like, man, sometimes we go into fights blind and we really don't know who the guys are that, you know, these guys are facing and why. Now, we know that Shakur went down a laundry list of people from Isaac Cruz. We had William Zepeda. We had, who else? He had Jojo Diaz, George Kambosos. But he, you know, when the young boy, the Grenade, Edwin De La Santos, the one who stopped Rayo, when he said, hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Can I, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Let's, you know, come out and play. Shakur told that man, you want payday. You know, and I was just like, I understand all these people ducked you, Shakur, but when De La Santos said, hey, I got some smoke for you, or let's handle business, you chose not to and chose to say the payday thing. So what I've been hearing from Shakur, you've been talking heavy about Tank. You've been talking heavy about Devin. You know, I've been pushing for him to fight Devin since they on the same side of the street. You know, but Shakur Stevenson, in his own words, said that Yoshino basically stopped Nakatani. You know, and I've been doing my research, and I've come to find out that he did stop Nakatani, and that was last November. But what do I know about the guy? He's 16-0 with 12 knockouts. He's 31 years old. Been fighting since February of 2016 is when he went pro. He's 5'9" with a 68-inch reach. He fights out of the orthodox, you know, style, and he's a pressure fighter. No technique, no fundamentals at all. He does have a beard. You know what I'm saying? He has a chin strap. And what I saw is this guy is tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. He does have a little bit of pop, but it's the blind, you know, overhand. He comes in leaning forward. Sometimes look like he almost closed his eyes. Overhand right. He loves that right hook. Man, he's tailor-made for Shakur, man. Shakur and his ability to be able to step back. Shakur, when he comes in, he doesn't even jab his way in or you know, kind of work his way in. Double jab, single jab, no. It's a lot of foot pressure, a lot of wiggle from side to side. He comes in throwing hooks. Tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. I see Shakur Stevenson doing a step back, catching him with a jab to stand him up, and then cleaning him up with an uppercut that he never sees coming. I think it's going to be devastating. It might not even last 3 rounds. Now, the downside of this is the only real name that we actually see on Yoshino's resume is this Nakatani, who also shared the ring with Lomachenko, got his orbital cracked by Teofimo Lopez, and 3 out of his last 5 opponents basically stopped him. You know, and that was as late as November. Nakatani was actually dominating that fight and piecing Yoshino up with a lot of punches in that fight, and he got suckered into a war. One, he came in blind with his head down. Yoshino did, caused a cut under the left cheekbone of Nakatani, which kind of changed the trajectory of the fight. Nakatani had a whole lot of success. He was throwing the jab from the shoulder, and he was piecing him up with a lot of uppercuts. I mean, this guy's there to be hit because he comes in, do a little head movement from side to side, but he's a pressure fighter. He doesn't care how he gets in. He wants to get in, and when he gets in, he's going to, you know, really swing on and swing with everything. You know, I would say it's Maidana-esque with about 50% of the power of Maidana and about 30% of the skill that Maidana had, because it was actually skill on Maidana to do it. I don't really see anything special about Yoshino. I'm covering him because I know that Shakur Stevenson has him next. And again, he's tailor-made for Shakur. I see this man stopping this man devastatingly. Now, if Shakur slips up and actually gets caught by one of them blind haymakers over the top, you know, it could get ugly. That's all I'm gonna say. So I wouldn't be too hypercritical of this guy just yet, because he has worked his way up and he did accept the challenge, which is a noble thing. He is, you know, 16-0 with 12 knockouts, so he is a knockout artist. You can say he is a knockout artist. I'm just saying that he doesn't really deserve to share the ring with Shakur. You know, I would have much rather seen Edwin De Los Santos, but I decided let's do a little resume X-ray on the guy. Only other name that I saw was the Yokasini Ito, the same Ito that shared the ring with Jamel Herring, and Jamel Herring was able to beat him by a unanimous decision. That's the only other name that I actually saw. All the other fights are, you know, Japanese fighters, you know, who I really don't know, and you know, I don't really see the big deal about this fight. I was begging and pleading beforehand for somebody to step up and answer the bell when Shakur was asking for somebody to fight. A lot of people said no. But Shakur seems to think that his claim to fame is the fact that this guy stopped Nakatani. But again, 3 out of 5 of Nakatani's last couple of opponents stopped Nakatani. So that's nothing to shake a stick at. This victory really doesn't do anything for Shakur, in my opinion. But I decided I'll cover him and give the people a little bit of what they want. You know, what do you think about this guy? Do you know anything about this guy? What do you expect from Shakur? Because I call Shakur the definition of hit and not get hit. Shakur, he teeter-totters between, I think him and Bivol changed places as far as like who has the best defense. As far as, you know, plus or minus, I think the Monster, in a way, he's up there as well in the rankings as far as plus or minus and defense. Believe it or not, Andrade is also up there. Demetrius Andrade, he's up there. He's not as active as those other two guys, but when we're talking about defensive fighters hit and not get hit, Shakur is up there. I don't really see this guy being able to touch Shakur. I think that he's going to come in and get hit with some shit that he never sees coming. And that's it. That's all. I would love to get your take on it, man. Thanks for the growth. Thanks for everybody who, you know, rock with me and rock with the channel, you know, and as we start rebranding about these conversations that matter. And I'll be doing a couple more of these resume X-rays, man. Let me know what you think about it. What do you think about this guy, Yoshino? What do you see with him and Shakur Stevenson? You know, what you think the outcome? How soon will it go? Where should we put our money? Because we're going to put our money on Shakur, but, I mean, I think we got to pick the round in order to really win some money, because I'm not sure what those odds are right now. But as we look forward to this fight, get a little bit closer to this fight, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll get people chiming in on it and let us know what round do you have Shakur in, or do you smell an upset? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions here at BodyWorkBoxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.